Thanks.
Do you give a lot of thought to who their quarterback is going to be this week, or do you not try and think about that?
Yeah, no. I mean, for me, I'm thinking, Tua's playing. That's under, our impression as a team. So, that's the thing. Tua's their QB.
Short week. How's everyone feeling? What's the vibe?
Yeah, of course. Monday night game. Tuesdays are off day, so get right on that. Get your body right, rejuvenate, get ready for Wednesday. Everybody's feeling real good, excited for another opportunity to play, against a very good team, and 2-day trip. So, just talking about resting, recovering, getting the film in there because you lose kind of a day. So any time or any way you can watch film, get those reps in mentally as well. So just very excited.
A long flight 3 days after the game kind of change any recovery, preparation, anything like that?
No, I would just say, of course, you're drinking more water. Of course, going to Miami, a state that, it's pretty hot over there, a little bit of humidity over there. And, just drinking more water really is the biggest thing for us. Whether that also having your protein, all those, everybody's different. Me personally, I'm, protein guy, and drink a lot of water.
How does this defense feel? We all had 349 yards from Herbert on Monday, but he didn't throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
And then in San Francisco, you allowed them to get down to inside the 10 4 times, but you guys stopped them all 4 times. How do you feel about this defense being kind of a bend but don't break units?
If they get to the red zone for us, it's just only giving up 3, not giving up a touchdown. That's the main goal. Or you don't want them to get to the red zone, but if they do, only give them 3. And, just try to get the ball back to the offense. The more opportunities our offense gets, we feel like they'll, have more opportunities to score. So for us, it's main goal is getting the ball back to the offense, whether that's 0 points or 3 points. And, just going from there, taking it one play at a time, controlling what we can control, and, that's it.
On a play like Starr made at the beginning of the game, going and knocking that ball loose, I'm curious, as a defender, when you go back and look at a play, and I'm not just talking about that one, but when something like that happens, are you super happy you made the play to get the ball back, or is there a part of you that's dwelling on the big play in the first place that put you in the position to have to go knock it out like that?
Personally, it's just kind of control what you can control, execute the job at hand. And if the job at hand hasn't been executed, it's always a plus to, get a turnover in that certain situation. So you really don't want to have an explosive, but if it happens, getting a turnover, means more than the explosive does. So, that's kind of how you approach it.
How would you grade James's punch out on his forced fumble?
Oh, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. We talk about it all the time throughout meetings. Defensive players, especially D linemen, don't really have the ball in their hands much. So trying to strip that ball out is definitely appropriate, and a great job that he did. Give the offense another opportunity to go out there. So, I give it a 10 out of 10. He has more forced fumbles than me, so, that's great.
Does he get any grief given that later in the game somebody did it to him? I mean, you just did it. Wouldn't you say, hey, you shouldn't be more careful there?
Yeah, he didn't get any grief. He popped a good one. There's no one around. He didn't really see him and, got him from behind. But, of course, he might get a little grief from me. But other than that, glad we won the game.
By the way, how hard is it to do what Michael Wilson did? Just when a ball comes out, just to be able to fall at top speed and just get it in one
yeah.
bounce around.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. When you're on the field, offensive players as well, whoever has the ball, you're sprinting to the ball because good things happen around the football. So great job of Michael to continue to run, continue to sprint, and recover the ball because like you said, he gave an opportunity for the offense to go back out there. And also, if the defense would have got that, they would have been in the red zone. So great hustle out of him. And, I think he was probably he probably got like a, what's that word when you fall on the ball? Like, he was out of breath. So, he took a play out, but he was good. So excited.
Garrett Williams has made some plays, some acrobatic pick against Washington. He had a nice PBU that set up the drive where Kyler had the long run. Where has he grown the most in year two? Obviously, he had that injury last year. He got off to a late start in his career, but he seems to be on the right path.
Yeah, Garrett's always been a smart guy. Just for him, it's just being able to see it, being able to, you see it when he was injured, of course, but when you're on the field and have that feel for the game, he does a great job of that. Does a great job of, communicating. I communicate to him, he relays it back, and, try to give each other little details within the play call. So he's very smart. Technician, guy who loves the game, and a guy who, is a student of the game. He watches a lot of film. So, we work that route concept in practice. PT, our DB coach, did a great job of, and our defensive coaches, Nick did a great job of having us ready for, those certain plays. So he did a great job. He executed his assignment, and, I think that was a third down stop. So kicked the field goal.
Tyreek had said that now that Tua's back, the offense for the Dolphins is back.
Yeah.
With his speed, does the approach in the secondary change more than with most receivers in the NFL?
We have our game plans, of course, with, certain players. He's definitely a premier player, so we understand where he is on the field. And, with his other quarterbacks, they're, of course, not really knowing the playbook as much. It's very difficult to make certain reads in that offense. But Tua does a great job of making the reads and getting the football out. So, if I was a receiver for the Dolphins, I would say the same thing, to have my number one QB back. So definitely excited for an opportunity to go against those guys and an opportunity to, play in Miami. It's the first time for me personally playing. I've been in the league 8 years. I've never played in Miami, so definitely excited to go against, a really good team.
What's it like for a defender when an offense uses as much motion as the Dolphins do?
Yeah, I think they're the number one motion team in the league. So just understanding the details of whatever our coverages are, and just understanding all the motions and what pre-snap we can call and what calls we'll have to make, what type of motion we'll get. There's so many motions that I could say, but you guys wouldn't understand. So, so we just make certain detailed calls within the certain motions that they have, and just make sure everybody is on one accord, and, just play football after that, execute our job.
The most fundamental part of this, is it distracting when there's so much motion, or can you guys follow it all pretty well?
It's made to mess up rules for defenses, of course. And, they do a great job with those certain type of motions, but, that's why we have a whole, week to get ready to, get ready for these motions and to watch the film and to, execute whatever call we have. So on Sunday, we'll be ready.
Does it resemble at all what McDaniel was doing in San Francisco during that short time?
Kind of, not really. 49ers personnel is different than, Miami's personnel. So they have their similarities, but they also have their differences. And, I would just keep it at that.
Budda, you mentioned you've never been to that stadium or played in Miami before. Is there anything you change of your, pregame routine at a place you've never been, like testing the surface, or do you stay consistent with that wherever you go?
Yeah, I stay consistent with my pregame routine. Anywhere we play, even if it's at home, I'm there, 3 hours before the game, and I'm getting my body right, going on the field, working out my certain techniques, and getting my speed ready to go out to our real pregame. So it's the same exact routine for me. Yeah.
I hate to keep asking this, but your name keeps coming up, the trade deadline approaching. Do you even think about it, or you just push it to the side?
Yeah, personally, I just be where my feet are, push it to the side. Excited to go against the Miami Dolphins, and I don't really see the trade stuff because I'm not heavily on social media. So, you might open my phone up and get a random fan saying to come to the team, but like for me, it's like I'm here, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm just ready to grind throughout this week, grind throughout this process, and then play on Sunday and try and get a W.
Just thoughts on losing Gardeck and how confident are you in that room to really pick up the pieces moving forward?
Yeah, Gardeck's my guy. He sits next to me in our defensive meeting, so of course it's a huge loss for us, but it's next man up mentality. Have other players that have opportunity to, be on the field. So excited for those guys. The standard's the standard. We understand that, and we're gonna grind and work throughout the week, live in the present, and on Sunday we're gonna have 11 on the field that's ready for a football game.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.